to the situation. It's kind of leaning. Shalom, 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 y'all. We back at it again. Shalom. Hold on. Vicky Peaceful. Let me get my notes. Shalom, beautiful children of the true and living power. Want to start off properly, giving all praises, glory, and honor to the true King of Kings, Lord of Lords, the one who deserves all the titles, all the credentials. Give praises unto him, man. For he would deliver it unto the Father. Giving praises, glory, and honor as well to my mother, to our mother, the Holy Spirit. She's very, very, very well beloved. Okay? Giving honor and thanks, sincerity to the Messiah. Okay? So I call this title, What's Near? If you guys have been paying close attention, if you guys have been paying close attention to what's going on around the world right now, you can see the popping off left and right. And it's getting very crucial. You can tell power is not the one for games. Okay. And you tell power is not the one for games. And very, very soon here, we are going to see the end of the unjust. Okay. And I'm here to bring to you, to my beloved brethren, my beloved sisters, to the family of the Father. I'm here to bring you the one who's going to be responsible. Okay? Now, all of us collectively, we have to activate, right? To bring this. Because he's working. He's working through his children. He's working through his people. Right? And what he is initiating is the end of wickedness. Okay? The end of confusion. The end of frustration. I believe I just saw on YouTube water on somebody's channel, the We Are Woke channel, just saw water coming up from underneath the ground. And he's saying the shift is here. The shift is now in rotation. Okay. So you see water coming from underneath the ground, and then you see these signs in the sky. It's all over the sky. Okay. They all in the sky. All type of signs, all type of weird things going on. This is what he promised, right? This is what he promised. So we know what's near. Okay? You are going to know. According to scripture, you will know. You know? Let me get that. Let me back up my claim. This is what power says. So you got to watch what religion say. Okay? You got to watch what religion say and pay attention to what power says. Okay? That's what we got to start doing. Don't pay attention to what religion say. All right? We here to fix that. We here to fix up what religion has dismantled. You know, we got to fix up all what's crooked through the power of the Most High, because he's the only one that can make anything straight. Wait a second. Let me get that real quick. Let me get it. Let me get it. Let me get it. Let me get it. All right, here we go. Amos 3. So like it, Amos 3. And you're gonna start at 6. Right? Shall a trumpet be blown in the city and the people not be afraid? The rhetorical questions that power continuously asks you in the books. There shall be evil in the city, and the Lord shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it? Rhetorical question. Isaiah, then he give you Isaiah 45:7 to give you an answer to it. 7. Surely the Lord God will do nothing, but he reveal it. Pay attention. But he reveal it, right? His secret unto his servants, the prophets. That don't sound like nobody would know when time he's coming. That sound like we would know what time he's coming. He ain't gotta sneak up on you. You know, it's gonna be, hey, I'm here. And that we're doing the running, you know. The wicked is doing the running. Not we, per se, not his children. But the wicked is doing the running. When he pull up, everybody's going to know. You're going to be well in the know. Okay? So you got to watch what the prophets are saying, just like he just said in this precept, and what religion, what man is teaching you. You got to watch what man teaches you. Because who they got in their ear is the master of the flesh. And we all should know who the master of the flesh is, right? So I wanted to just bring that out real quick. And what's funny is, right? What's funny is, there's a lot of Joseph in this Amos. Listen to the prophets, man. Amos chapter 5, verse 6. And it reads, seek the Most High, and ye shall live. Seek the Most High, and ye shall live. It's very simple. It's very simple. What's near? He's near. Seek him while he can be found. Okay? I got to make sure that I continue to do what he put me here for and not punk out on the account of no man. Not bitch up on the account of no man, of no doctrine. So when I tell you that Joseph is the Lord, the King of Kings and Lord of Lords, I stand on that. You get me? 10 toes down. That's what I'm here to tell you. This is my mission. If you don't like it, I don't know what to tell you. Your future will not be looking bright. Seek the Lord, seek the Most High, seek the King of Kings, the Ancient of Days, and ye shall live, lest he break out like fire in the house of Joseph. And devour it, and there be none to quench it in Bethel. So what do we learn? What do we know in the basic, right? What have we learned, y'all? What have we learned, y'all? On the basic tip, right? That the Most High punishes children. The Father chastises his children. We are in his name. Burn the house of Joseph. Burn the house of Joseph. His children. Jacob, his people. Them the two houses. You get it? Burn the house of Joseph. I will chastise my children. Don't make me get the belt. He is the Father. Ye who turn judgment to wormwood and leave off righteousness in the earth. This is our crimes. These are our transgressions. We must turn them around. Yasharella. Okay? Another one. Just getting warmed up. Let's go to verse 15. Same chapter. Chapter 5. Now we in verse 15. Hate the evil and love the good. Hate the evil and love the good. And establish judgment in the gate. And establish judgment in the gate in your house. Judge your house. Stop worrying about these other nations. That's not your duty. That's not your job, sir. Judge your house, starting with you. Deal with yourself. Deal with your house. Make sure you're in order, is what he's saying right here. It may be that the Lord God of hosts will be gracious unto the remnant of Joseph. A father is hard on his children, is he not? Because why? What does he expect out of you? The best, man. A father wants you to be better than him. Truly, if you want to talk from a father's standpoint, talking to a man that got 6 kids and 4 sons that the father himself blessed me with. So I know this to be true. I don't want now one of my sons to not be greater than me. I want all of my sons to surpass me in everything imaginable. You see? Now let's go to this precept real quick. Let's go to this precept real quick. Exodus 32 and 20. And what it read? And he took the calf which they had made and burned it in the fire and ground it to powder and strawed it upon the water and made the children of Israel drink of it. Right? And Moshe said unto Aaron, what did this people unto thee? What is this people unto thee, that thou hast brought so great a sin upon them? You see? Genesis 29 and 9. So these things has already have taken place, y'all. We've been in sin. 20 and 19. Genesis 20 and 19. That's what it just said. Oh, 20 and 9. Then Amalek called Abraham and said unto him, what hast thou done unto us? And what have I offended thee, that thou hast brought on me and on my kingdom a great sin? Thou hast done deeds unto me that ought not to be done. So let's go back. Right? Hate the evil and love the good, and establish judgment in the gate. It may be that the Lord Most High of hosts will be gracious unto the remnant of Joseph. Now let's go to Joel chapter 2, verse 14. And it reads, who knoweth if he will return and repent and leave a blessing behind him, even a meat offering and a drink offering unto the Lord your power? This one has Joshua 14 and 12. It's crazy precept day. Joshua 14 and 12. Let's see what that say. Joshua 14 and 12, y'all. Now therefore give me this mountain, wherefore the Most High spake in that day, for thou heardest in that day how the Anakims, I think that's how you say it, the Anakims were there, and that the cities were great and fenced. If so be the Most High will be with me, then I shall be able to drive them out, as the Most High said. Right? And Yahushua blessed him and gave unto Caleb the son of Juniper Hebron for an inheritance. Okay. What's another one? Joel 1 and 9. And it reads, the meat offering and drink offering is cut off from the house of the Lord. The priests, the Most High ministers, mourn. Haggai 2 and 9. Two and 9. The glory of this latter house shall be greater than of the former. The glory of this latter house shall be greater than of the former, saith the Most High of hosts. And in this place will I give peace, saith the Most High of hosts. Psalms 85 and 8. Let's keep going. Oh, wait a minute. That's what he sent me to, but it was 19. Is the seed, it was supposed to be Haggai 2 and 19, but I read Haggai 2 and 9. We still gonna get that precept in Psalms 85 and what's that in? Psalms 85 and 8. But this one says, verse 19, Haggai chapter 2, is the seed yet in the barn? Yea, as yet the vine and the fig tree and the pomegranate and the olive tree have not brought forth. From this day will I bless you. You see how is the seed of who? Where did it start with? The seed of Joseph? Now this precept is Zechariah 8 and 12. Zechariah 8 and 12. Let's see what it say, y'all. For the seed shall be prosperous, the vine shall give her fruit, and the ground shall give her increase, and the heavens shall give their due. And I will cause the remnant of this people, what people? What people? We precepting. Let's go back. It started with who? The house of Joseph. And I will cause the remnant of this people to possess all these things. And it shall come to pass that as ye were a curse among the heathen, O house of Yahudah and house of Israel, so will I. So when it says house of Yahudah, just say house of Jacob. Replace Judah with Jacob. That's what Judah just replaced Judah with Jacob. O house of Jacob and O house of Israel. Israel stands for Joseph. So will I save you, and ye shall be a blessing. Fear not, but let your hands be strong. All right. So let's precept this thing, y'all. Let's go back up to 12. What does this sound like? Hold on. Let me go up to 11. But now I will not be unto thee residue of this people as in the former days, saith the Most High of hosts. For the seed shall be prosperous. The vine shall give her fruit. You see, there's a common thing he is saying. Highlight former, latter, former, latter. That's all that he deals with. So everything else in between was not of him. The exodus of the former and the exodus of the latter, which is now. For the seed shall be prosperous, the vine shall give her fruit, and the ground shall give her increase. And increase, add. What all these words got in common? Prosperous. What all these words got in common? And the heavens shall give their due. And I will cause the remnant of this people to possess all things. This people. So he tell you to read precepts because why? They throw a monkey wrench in and they say, oh, the house of Judah. But it just told you the remnant of Joseph. You see? You see how they tampered with the word? See how they played around with the scriptures? This is why Power told you to read it in exact way. So you can know who's speaking. He said a remnant of this people. And this goes always back to what? To what? Where to go back to? Well, let's go back to Amos. Let's go back to Amos. What did he say? Amos chapter 5, verse 15. Hate the evil and love the good, and establish judgment in the gate. It may be that the Most High Power of hosts will be gracious unto the remnant of Joseph. Remnant. So you got to catch these words. Remnant. What did it say right here? Bam. Once again. Zechariah 8 and 12. For the seed shall be prosperous, the vine shall give her fruit, and the ground shall give her increase, and the heavens shall give their due. And I will cause the remnant of this people to possess all things. So let's go. So let's get the precept to verse 12 in Zechariah chapter 8. Shalom, King. Shalom, Elder. What's good with you, family? Let's go in precept chapter 8, right, to verse 12. Chapter 8 of Zechariah, verse 12. Now we're going to go to Genesis 49. I told y'all, man. It goes right back to this chapter, man. Genesis 49. Let's go. 22. Joseph is a fruitful bow. Genesis 49, verse 22. Joseph is a fruitful bow, even a fruitful bow by a well, whose branches run over the wall. Vine branches. You catching it? You can't deny him. You cannot deny him. This is who the prophets were speaking of. Joseph is a fruitful bow, even a fruitful bow by a well, whose branches run over the wall. The archers have sorely grieved him and shot at him and hated him. But his bow abode in strength, and the arms of his hands were made strong by the hands of the almighty power of Jacob. From him, from Joseph, from thence is the shepherd, the stone of Yasharallah. You can't dodge it, y'all. You can't dodge it. We got to get back to the true King of Kings and Lord of Lords. All right? He is the one. Like Neo. When you find out that he is the one, then you become the one. You get it? Let me see. Well, was that another precept? So, yeah. I wanted Psalms 85 and 8. Thank you, Mosai. I remember that. 85 and 8. And it reads, I will hear what power the Most High will speak, for he will speak peace unto his people and to his saints, but let them not turn again to folly. You see? Surely his salvation is nigh. Is nigh them that fear him, that glory may dwell in our land. Mercy and truth are met together. Righteousness and peace have kissed each other. Truth shall spring out of the earth, and righteousness shall look down from heaven. Yea, the Most High shall give that which is good, and our land shall yield her increase. Righteousness shall go before him, and shall set us in the way of his steps. So we're going to get it right here, y'all. About to know who is talking. We're about to know who is talking. Beloved brethren, we're about to watch this right here. This ain't where I left it off. Okay, here we go. In the Sibylline oracles, right? Oracle against Rome. I'm in the chapter, Oracle against Rome. You will be among evil mortals, suffering evils, but you will remain utterly desolate for all ages yet. It will exist, but it will remain utterly desolate forever, despising your soil. So when you read in a land that is not theirs, yeah, we're in our land, but we're not in our land. You get it? Why? Because it's the inhabitants of demons, of the unrighteous, of the unjust. They took over here. Because we said, come on in, come on in, come on. despise your land. You would despise your own land once the Most High get through with you. You see? Because you desired sorcery, you see? With you are found idolatries and illicit intercourse with boys, effeminate and unjust, evil city, ill-fated above all. Alas, city of the Latin land, unclean in all things, mayonnaise, I think that's how you say that. Rejoicing in vipers, as a widow, you will sit by the banks. In the river Tiber will weep for you. Its consort, you have a murderous heart and an impious spirit. Did you not know what God can do, what he devises? But you said, I alone am, and no one will ravage me. But now God, who is forever, will destroy you and all your people, and there will no longer be any sign of you in that land, as there is formerly when the great power found your honors. Remain alone, lawless one, mingled with burning fire, inhabit the lawless, neither region of Hades, or nether region of Hades. You see that? Well, I just say we invited them in, right? What Mama just say? Because this is Mama oracles. The oracle is Mama. That's Mom's. This is her prophecy. What she say? When the great power found your honors, remain alone, lawless ones, mingle with burning fire, inhabit the lawless nether region of Hades. Now, we're going to go to Revelations 18 and 7. Revelations 18 and 7 is what this book gives you. How much she had glorified herself and lived deliciously. This give an account onto how this has already taken place with his house. How much she had glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she had in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire, for strong is the Most High power who judgeth her. Now pay attention to these words. Let's go back to Amos. What does this sound like, y'all? See, we got to catch on. We got to catch on to what's being said. What was just said right here? Amos 5 and 6. What did he say? Seek the Most High, and ye shall live, lest he break out like fire, in the house of Joseph. You see? And devour it, and there be none to quench it in Bethel. You see? So who's your daddy? Who's your daddy now? Who's your daddy? Did this not already take place? The prophet Amos was telling them, and then bam, here comes Revelation, which already took place in the house of Joseph, the house of the Lord. It reads, how much she had glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she said in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning, and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord power who judgeth her. Fire. This says something about fire too. Mingled with burning fire. He been whooped our ass, y'all. He already gave the belt to his children. Now it is time to seek his face. Let's go to Isaiah 47. Isaiah 47. What'd that say? Isaiah 47. Isaiah 47 and 7. And thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. The latter end of it. The latter. You see how he speaks? These are words to take into consideration. Latter. Former. The beginning. He continuously speaks. Okay? In these formats. Let's go. Y'all gonna see what I'm saying. 41. Let's go. Now it's this. Now it's this. All right. Now it is this. Isaiah 40. Comfort ye, my people, said your power. Speak ye comfortably to Jerusalem and cry unto her that her warfare is accomplished. What? That her warfare is accomplished. What? That her warfare is accomplished. So what is Revelations talking about? What are these people talking about? What's going to happen to the people? Is that what the Most High is saying? was what these men proclaiming to be prophets of the Most High? Is that what he's saying? Let's go. Let's read. Stay in context. Let's stay in context of what the scriptures, the prophet Isaiah, a true prophet, is saying. Speak ye comfortably to Yarushalayim, and cry unto her, that her warfare is accomplished, that her iniquity is pardoned. For she had received of the Most High's hand double for all her sins. The voice of him that cried in the wilderness, prepare ye the way of the Most High, make straight in the desert a highway for our power. That's what we're doing right now. No more false deities. It's the true king. The truth is back. Every valley shall be exalted, and every mountain and hill shall be made low, and the crooked shall be made straight, and the rough places plain, and the glory of the Most High shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together, for the mouth of the Most High hath spoken it. The voice said, cry, and she said, what shall I cry? All flesh is grass, and all goodness therefore is as the flower of the field. The grass withered, the flower faded, because the Spirit of the Most High bloweth upon it. Surely the people is grass. The grass withered, the flower faded, but the word of the Most High power shall stand forever. O Zion, that bringeth good tidings, get thee up into the high mountain. O Yarushalayim, that bringeth good tidings, lift up thy voice with strength. Lift up, be not afraid. Say it unto the cities of Yahudah, behold your power. Behold, the Most High power will come with strong hand, and his arm shall rule for him. Behold, his reward is with him, and his work before him. He shall feed his flock like a shepherd. He shall gather the lambs with his arm, and carry them in his bosom, and shall gently lead those that are with young. This is the events and the acts that took place in Exodus. The former. This is all he's speaking of. Who had measured the waters in the hollow of his hand, and meted out heaven with the span, and comprehended the dust of the earth in measure, and weighed the mountains in scales, and the hills in a balance. Who had directed the Spirit of the Most High, or being his counselor, had taught him? With whom took he counsel, and who instructed him, and taught him in the path of judgment, and taught him knowledge, and showed to him the way of understanding? Behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket, and are counted as the small dust of the balance. Behold, he taketh up the isles as a very little thing. Lebanon is not sufficient to burn, nor the beast thereof sufficient for a burnt offering. All nations before him are as nothing, and they are counted to him less than nothing in vanity. To whom then will ye liken power, or what likeness will ye compare unto him? The workman melted a graven image, and the goldsmith spreaded it over with gold. and casted silver chains. He that is so impoverished, I think that's how you say that, that had no oblation, chooseth a tree that will not rot, that will not rot, chooseth a tree that will not rot. He seeketh unto him a cunning workman to prepare a graven image that shall not be moved. Have ye not known? Have ye not heard? Here we go. Have ye not known? Have ye not heard? Had it not been told you from the beginning? Have ye not understood from the foundations of the earth? It is he that setteth up the circle of the earth. I gotta bring to y'all, who is the center of the earth? It is recorded in the book of Joseph in Egypt. He told the Midianites and the Ishmaelites when they was carrying him off to Egypt, he said unto them, I am the navel of the earth. Okay, I am the center of the world, is what he has told them. I'm gonna read this again. It is he that sitteth upon the circle of the earth, and the inhabitants thereof are as grasshoppers, that stretcheth out the heavens as a curtain, and spreadeth them out as a tent to dwell in, that bringeth the princes to nothing. He maketh the judges of the earth as vanity. Yea, they shall not be planted. Yea, they shall not be sown. Yea, their stock shall not take root in the earth. And he shall also blow upon them, and they shall wither. And the whirlwind shall take them away as stubble. To whom then will ye liken me, or shall I be equal? Saith the Holy Spirit. Lift up your eyes on high, and behold, who had created these things, that bringeth out their host by number. He calleth them all by names, by the greatness of his might. For that he is strong in power, not one faileth. Wait a minute. Not one faileth. Who does that sound like, guys? Who said this? Who was speaking like this, man? Let's get to it. Let's go to the book of Genesis, y'all. Genesis 45:5. What did he tell the brethren? Let me read this again, and then I'm going to bring out Genesis 45:5. Lift up your eyes on high, and behold, who had created these things, that bringeth out their host by number. He calleth them all by names, by the greatness of his might. For that he is strong in power, not one faileth. (45 and 4) on down. Genesis, in the book of Genesis. And Joseph said unto his brethren, to the house of Jacob, come near to me, I pray you. And they came near. And he said, I am Joseph, your brother, whom ye sold into Egypt. Now therefore be not grieved, nor angry with yourselves, that ye sold me here. For power did send me before you to preserve life. From the beginning, the foundation stone. Isn't Genesis the beginning for us? Huh? Now therefore be not grieved, nor angry with yourselves, that ye sold me here. For power did send me before you to preserve life. For these 2 years had the famine been in the land, and yet there are 5 years in which there shall neither be earing nor harvest. And power sent me before you to preserve you a posterity in the earth. This is what is nigh unto us right now. This is the 1,000-year reign, y'all. All right, hold on. This is the 1,000-year reign, y'all. And power sent me before you, verse 7. And power sent me before you to preserve you a posterity in the earth, and to save your lives by a great deliverance. How do we not see this? That's how powerful he is, y'all. We didn't see the obvious from the gate. He was right here the whole time from the beginning. Preserving you and preserving me this whole time. Listen to what he said. And power and the Father sent me before you to preserve you a posterity in the earth, and to save your lives by a great deliverance. He said a great deliverance. So now it was not you, huh? Pay attention. Only the Son speaks like this. Only the Son speaks like this. It was not you that sent me here, but the Father. Huh? You hear what he told the house of Jacob? You hear what he told his brethren? It wasn't you that did this to me. It was the Father. I was sent here on a mission to preserve your ass. And he had made me a father to Pharaoh, governor of Egypt, governor of the world, Craig, the world, and Lord of his house, and a ruler throughout all the land of Egypt. Haste ye, and go up to my father, and say unto him, thus says thy son Joseph, think spiritually. Don't read this in the flesh. This is what the brethren do. They read the Yeah, he talking about Jacob. Yeah. We're dealing with spiritual matter. Okay? Yes. Clearly, that's black and white. That's plain as day. Of course, he's talking about Jacob. What was he saying to the brethren spiritually? A great deliverance. Peep the words that is coming out of his mouth. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Peep what's coming out of his mouth. Haste ye, hurry up and go to my father and say unto him, thus says thy son, Joseph, power had made me Lord of all Egypt. Come down unto me, tarry not, and thou shalt dwell in the land of Goshen, and thou shalt be near unto me, thou and thy children, and thy children's children, and thy flocks and thy herds, and all that has. And there will I nourish thee, for yet there are 5 years of famine, lest thou and thy household and all that thou hast come to poverty. And behold, your eyes see in the eyes of the brother Benjamin, that is my mouth that speaketh unto you. This is why we tell my beloved brethren, we tell everybody that we come in contact with, Daja Judah, Scotty, we tell all our beloved brothers and sisters, go get the legend of the Jews. Why is Benjamin mentioned right here in this context? In this context, why? And there will I nourish. No. And behold, verse 12, and behold, your eyes see in the eyes of my brother Benjamin that it is my mouth that speaketh unto you. In the eyes of Benjamin. In the eyes of my brother Benjamin, that it is my mouth that speaketh unto you. 42 and 23. And they knew not that Joseph understood them, for he spake unto them by an interpreter. And he turned himself about from them and wept, and returned to them again, and communed with them, and took from them Simeon, and bowed him before their eyes. Then Joseph commanded to fill their sacks with corn, and to restore every man's money into his sack, and to give them provision for the way. And thus did he unto them. But my hand is stretched out still. For all this, the Most High is turned away from you, but his hand is stretched out still. Who is the true King of Kings and Lord of Lords? He's all in the scriptures. You see? Do you see it? This is precept upon precept. It's right in your face, man. I read the story of Joseph, right? Matter of fact, let me just do it. Let me just do it. Man, I need a new book. This book that broke on me. Baby. This is it. What is this? Okay, it must be in this one. Here it is. Now let me break down to y'all why Joseph's name was in there. It was in there like that, okay? Where do I want to stop? So when Joseph made his appearance, Judah took Benjamin by the hand and presented him to the viceroy. And they all bowed down themselves to the earth. Joseph asked them concerning the welfare of their father and their grandfather, and they made reply, "Thy servant, our father, is well. He is yet alive." And Joseph knew from their words that his grandfather Isaac was no more. He had died at the time when Joseph was released from prison. And the joy of God in the liberation of Joseph was overcast by his sorrow for Isaac. You see how God and Joseph is one? They just revealed it right there in that sentence. Watch this. He had died at the time when Joseph was released from prison. And the joy of power in the liberation of Joseph was overcast by his sorrow for Isaac. Then Yahudah handed his father's letter to Joseph, who was so moved at seeing the well-known handwriting that he had to retire to his chamber and wept. When he came back, he summoned Benjamin to approach close to him. And he said, and he laid his hand upon his youngest brother's head and blessed him with the words, "Power be gracious unto thee, my son." His father had once mentioned the children which power had graciously given thy servant. And as Benjamin was not among the children thus spoken of, for he was born later, Joseph compensated him now by blessing him with the grace of power. The table was set in 3 divisions for Joseph, for his brethren, and for the Egyptians. The sons of Jacob did not venture to eat of the dishes set before them. They were afraid they might not have been prepared according to the ritual prescriptions, a punishment upon Joseph for having slandered his brethren, whom he once charged with not being punctuous in the observance of the dietary laws. Who is Joseph? Right? The Egyptians again could not sit at the same table with the sons of Jacob, because the latter ate the flesh of the animals to which the former paid divine worship. When all was ready and the guests were to be seated, Joseph raised his cup and pretending to inhale his knowledge from it, he said, Judah is king. Therefore, let him sit at the head of the table, and let Reuben the firstborn take the second seat. And thus he assigned places to all his brethren corresponding to their dignity in their age. Moreover, he seated the brothers together who were the sons of the same mother. And when he reached Benjamin, he said, I know that the youngest among you has no brother born by his own mother, next to whom he might be seated, and also I have none. Therefore he may take his place next to me. You see? The brethren marveled one with another at all this. During the meal, Joseph took his portion and gave it to Benjamin. And his wife Asenath followed his example, and also Ephraim and Manasseh, so that Benjamin had 4 portions in addition to which he had received like the other sons of Jacob. Pay attention to what's really going on. Just like the Bible, you got to read this spiritually. That's why Benjamin lot is Yerushalayim. Wine was served at the meal, and it was the first time in 22 years that Joseph and his brethren tasted of it, for they had led the life of Nazarites. This is where you get Jesus being a Nazarite, Nazarene. You see? Who did it stem from? Who's the father? His brethren, because they regretted it, the evil they had done to Joseph. And Joseph, because he grieved over the fate of his father, Joseph entered into conversation with his brother Benjamin. He asked him whether he had a brother born by his own mother. Benjamin answered, I have one, but I do not know what had become of him. Joseph continued his questions. Hast thou a wife? Benjamin, yes, I have a wife and 10 sons. Joseph, and what are their names? Benjamin, Bela, Bechur, Ashbel, Gera, and Naaman, Ehi, and Rosh, Mapim, and Huppim, Ard, I think that's how you say that. Joseph, why didst thou give them such peculiar names? Benjamin, in memory of my brother in his sufferings. Bela, because my brother despaired among the peoples. Bechur, he was the firstborn son of my mother. He was the firstborn son of my mother. Ashbel, he was taken away from my father. Gera, he dwells a stranger in the land. He dwells a stranger in a land. You see who's the father? He dwells a stranger in a land. Do we not carry those same attributes? We have been taken away from our father. We dwell in the land that's strange unto us. Naaman, he was exceedingly lovely. Ehi, he was my only brother by my father and my mother together. Rosh, he was at the head of his brethren. He was at the head of his brethren. He was at the head of his brethren. Mapim, he was beautiful in every respect. Hapim, he was slandered in Ard because he was as beautiful as a rose. Joseph ordered his magic astrolabe to be brought to him. This is why you must come out of Christianity. As soon as they hear the word magic, they think it's witchcraft. Oh, no. We don't do that. Christianity, religion. Kick that shit out the park. Joseph ordered a magic astrolabe. You should be fearing the word science. That should make you more than magic. Because all they talking about magic is the works of the Most High. That's what magic is. Magic is the work of the Most High, not science. Science is man-made. That's man-made talk, not magic. Joseph ordered his magic astrolabe to be brought to him, whereby he knew all things, whereby he knew all things, whereby he knew all things, whereby he knew all things. Who is he? That happened. And he said unto Benjamin, I have heard that the Hebrews are acquainted with all wisdom. But doest thou know aught of this? Benjamin answered, thy servant also is skilled in all wisdom, which my father had taught me. He then looked upon the astrolabe, and to his great astonishment, he discovered by the aid of it that he who was sitting upon the throne before him was his brother Joseph. Once again, think spiritually. The astrolabe. You look up this word, and even Google can't lie to you. The astrolabe is nothing other than a celestial instrument. Celestial instrument. That's how they describe it. You think they really came up with that? You think man is really that smart to describe it in such words? No. No, they're not. Okay? And to his great astonishment, he discovered by the aid of it that he who was sitting upon the throne before him was his brother Joseph. Noticing Benjamin's amazement, Joseph asked him, what hast thou seen? And why art thou astonished? Benjamin said, I can see by this that Joseph, my brother, sitteth here before me upon the throne. You see? Upon the throne. Hold on, y'all. Salakia. And Joseph said, I am Joseph, thy brother. Reveal not the thing unto our brethren. I will send thee with them when they go away, and I will command them to be brought back again into the city, and I will take thee away from them. If they risk their lives and fight for thee, then shall I know that they have repented of what they did unto me, and I will make myself known unto them. But if they forsake thee, I will keep thee, that thou shouldest remain with me. They shall go away, and I will not make myself known unto them. And then Joseph inquired of Benjamin what his brethren had told their father after they had sold him into slavery. And he heard the story of the coat dipped in blood, of a kid, of the goats. Yes, brothers, spoke Joseph. When they had stripped me of my coat, they handed me over to the Ishmaelites, who tied an apron up around my waist and scourged me and bade me run off. But a lion attacked the one that beat me and killed him, and his companions were alarmed, and they sold me to other people. You see the events that have taken place? Is this not our story? Is this not our story, y'all? Us being sold here and there, dismissed by Joseph. What kind words his brethren started on their homeward journey as soon as the morning was light. For it was a good rule to leave a city after sunrise and enter a city before sundown. Besides, Joseph had specific reason for not letting his brethren depart from the city during the night. He feared an encounter between them and his servants, and that his man might get the worst of it. For the sons of Jacob were like the wild beasts, which have the upper hand at night. That's a whole nother story. But you catch the part of why in the Bible it reads to you Benjamin's eye, the eyes of my brother Benjamin. Because what did Benjamin see? Benjamin saw who's the true King of Kings and Lord of Lords, y'all. That's who Benjamin saw. You see? So, continuing on in Genesis 45. Now, this is verse 13. And ye shall tell my father of all my glory in Egypt, and of all that ye have seen, and ye shall haste and bring down my father here. And he fell upon his brother Benjamin's neck and wept, and Benjamin wept upon his neck. Moreover, he kissed all his brethren and wept upon them. And after that, his brethren talked with him, and the fame thereof was heard in Pharaoh's house, saying, Joseph's brethren are come, and it pleased Pharaoh well and his servants. What's about to happen again? What do we read in scriptures? That his people will be known. Dealing with Egypt all over again, y'all. In that day, My chosen shall be revealed. So now back in Isaiah 40, verse 27, why sayest thou, O Jacob, and speakest, O Yasharallah, my way is hid from the Most High, and my judgment is passed over from my power. Hast thou not known, hast thou not heard that the everlasting power, the Most High, the Creator of the ends of the earth, fainteth not, neither is weary? There is no stretching of his understanding. There is no searching, not stretching, Salakia. There is no searching of his understanding. He giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might he increaseth strength. Even the youths shall faint and be weary, and the young man shall utterly fall. But they that wait upon the Most High shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. It's so much, y'all, that precepts with these scriptures in the Bible and the legend of the Jews that I can tell you of. Like, for example, when it's reading that, speaking of the Most High, speaking of power, you should run and not faint. He's never weary. When a fight took place, and the house of Jacob was fighting against these other nations, and the house of Jacob would get weary, Joseph would be the only one in the battlefield fighting. This is what they didn't tell you. This is what was hidden and stored up till now. And I'm here to tell you, this is my job. This is what I truly live for. It's to speak of all his accolades, of everything that they tried to bury, giving him his rightful due. As long as the Father is not known, neither will the sons be. You understand? You understand? You understand that? As long as the Father is not known, neither will the sons be. So it's our job to make sure that everyone knows the Father. You understand? Understand that. Now, another one I had to precept in Revelations that I went to is 18 and 17. And once again, it's saying, for in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught, and every shipmaster and all the company of ships and sailors, and as many as trade by sea, still to far off. and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city? It was speaking of this place. These are the words that was reported by so-called Columbus. You see? So let's go to Isaiah 23 and 14, a precept. And it says, how ye ships of Tarshish, for your strength is laid waste. And it shall come to pass in that day that Tyre shall be forgotten 70 years. You see? There go that 70 again. 70 years. Okay? According to the days of one king. According to the days of one king. Who is that king, y'all? After the end of 70 years, shall Tyre sing as an harlot, taking harp, and go about the city, thou harlot that has been forgotten. Make sweet melody, sing many songs, that thou mayest be remembered. And it shall come to pass after the end of 70 years that the Lord, the Most High, will visit Tyre, and she shall turn to her heir, and shall commit fornication with all the kingdoms of the world upon the face of the earth. And her merchandise and her heir shall be holiness to the Most High. It shall not be treasured nor laid up, for her merchandise shall be for them that dwell before the Most High, to seek sufficiently, to eat sufficiently, and for durable clothing. So let's precept where it says, and it shall come to pass after the end of 70 years. All right. What's with this 70 years and 7? You see? Is you. As you. Is it 30? Mm. Where is that? Ah, where is it? Dang it. There's 70 years of trying to precept, y'all. He says, in 7 days, I will leave you here with your mother. And on the 8th day, ye shall return unto me. And that's in similitude of the one who carries the 8th day according to the story of Joseph and Asenath. And that is none other than Joseph. Okay? Dang, trying to find that. Man. I'll find it, man. I'll find that later on, man. I'll be stuck looking for that. But that's the precept, though. Now I want to go to Ezekiel 28 and 2, and I'm going to wrap it up with this. Ezekiel 28 and 2 reads, Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, thus saith the Most High Power, because thy heart is lifted up, and thou said, I am a God, I sit in the seat of God, in the midst of the seas, yet thou art a man, and not God, though thou set thy heart as the heart of God. Isaiah 31 and 3. Now the Egyptians are men and not power, and their horses flesh and not spirit. When the Most High shall stretch out his hand, both he that hopeth shall fall, and he that is hoping shall fall down, and they shall fall together. When the Most High shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that is hoping shall fall down, and they shall fall together. For thus hath the Most High spoken unto me, like as the lion and the young lion roaring on his prey. When a multitude of shepherds is called forth against him, he will not be afraid of their voice, nor abase himself for the noise of them. So shall the Most High of hosts come down to fight for Mount Zion and for the hill thereof. As birds flying, so will the Most High of hosts defend Yerushalayim, defending also he will deliver it with a great deliverance. See the similitude? And passing over, he will preserve it. I have come to preserve thee. See who the Most High is, y'all. There you go. It's Joseph, man. And that beautiful children of the true and living power. I want to say I hope this lesson was edifying. Okay. I hope you got some dew with precept upon precept. I hope the Holy Spirit taught you and not me. I am no teacher. I'm just a servant. Okay. I've been placed here to do one job, and that's to testify of his name and all his accolades. So with that being said, I hope this lesson was edifying. Okay. And I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to the one true King, the appointed Father, and to his Son, and to our mother. Okay. Who is wisdom? Who is the Torah? Okay. Giving them all praises, glory, and honor, for it is due. Thank you, family, beloved brothers and sisters. Much love, much respect. This has been Brother Nehemiah, King 13, saying Shalom. Shalom.